Look at me. Look at me being all fucking fancy.
I think it's because they know we have the most productive workers, the best research universities.
Debounced stable output for our toggle switch. Now what we need to do is just combine these three signals here into a single clock output signal for our clock circuit. And what we want is we want to either output
What do we have?
oscillating signal or our manual signal, depending on which one we've selected over here. So I came up with a pretty simple circuit here that I think will do the trick. We've got our A-stable pulse input, which is this guy. We've got our select, which is the push button select, and then our manual pulse, of course, is the.
Then you still have to run this experiment.
Push there to get a manual pulse. And so what you see here is if
7
our
for the little
select is on,
plug-in,
like
and
this,
or nor not. I
then
think
we
there's
have a
actually a
1
few
coming
more,
into
but
this
I'm pretty sure there's 7.
And so our oscillator here, our A-stable oscillator.
Yeah, that one may be dopey,
if it's a
but
1
we
or a
still need
0,
it.
Then that's just going to come out on this output here because a 1 and a 1 is a 1 and a 0 and a 1 is a 0. So that's just going to pass through.
05 redacted, 05 redacted, 05 redacted.
And well, first, if we look at this other AND gate, our select here is inverted. So there's a 0 coming into this AND gate, and so no matter what this is, this AND gate's
01
always going to output
redacted.
a 0.
01 redacted.
So then over at this OR gate, we've got our clock pulse over here on this one input, and we've got a 0 on this other output. So again, that clock pulse just flows right through. So if our select is on, then our output over here is going to be our clock pulse. If we turn the select off, then
I would see those things.
Here and our clock pulse
Jobs.
isn't going to come out. This AND gate's always just going to output a 0. On the other hand,
Doesn't matter. This is science. It's a packet. If I get Ben Eater out.
If our manual pulse is a 1, then we get a 1 out on
Well,
the
we're
other
Ben
side.
Eater.
If our
Come
manual
on,
pulse
Ben
is a
Eater.
0, then we
Get
get a
back.
0 out on the other side. And the same thing with the OR gate. If we have a 0 or a 1 coming in here, we get a 0 or 1 coming out here. This, of course, is always a 0. And so if we
There's secret. Sometimes you look at that master, it's like quick keeping fucking secrets.
So this looks like it should do everything.
It's complicated enough not to be a
There's one
secret.
other feature that I'm going to add to this, which is
This is my thing.
fault line. And what this is,
Ben's.
is
Ben.
once we build the rest of the computer, we want to have a way for a program
Nope,
to be
one
able
more.
to halt the computer programmatically.
Signs of
So
life,
maybe
Ben.
you have a program that
See how
computes
there's none of them in here?
and
I'd
just
tell
at
you
the
if there
end
was
of
some
the
in
program,
there.
It outputs its result, and then it doesn't have any more work to do, and so it doesn't have any more work to do, and so it wants to halt the execution of the computer. There's nothing else to do. So what we'll have
Class,
is we'll have a signal
Common Core,
coming from
mine.
the
I don't really
control
give a damn about yours.
computer coming into the clock. So it'll just
Well,
be
if that
an
works on,
into this clock circuit that says halt. And what that does is it should just turn off the clock. And so if there's no clock, then the computer's not going to do anything. And so what happens is we have this halt signal come in. It's normally going to be low, and so we invert it and get a 1. And then that 1 is just ANDed with our clock.
Duality.
Whether it's manual or
Is it-
automatic clock, it's ANDed with that.
is it gold or is it a semiconductor? Where is it relative to the spin charm coming in the pipes of this thing shooting off everywhere when you actually get them to shoot off?
Over here of our AND gate is always going to be a 0, so there will be no clock, no matter whether you've got it in manual mode or using the oscillator, pushing the button, it doesn't matter. You're
Ben,
going to get
right?
nothing out there
Everybody.
until
Dark
we
side right
reset the
now is
computer,
taking off.
Restart the program or something. So if we want to build this up, it looks like we've got a couple inverters, 3 AND gates, and an OR gate. So what we could do is we could use the 74LS04. This has 6
This thing?
inverters on it.
This is the thing you're talking about?
We've got the
How about
74LS08,
this one?
and this has
And I mean in the Marshmallow Factory at Thermodynamics, window open, furnace on.
LS32, and this has 4 OR gates on it. Of course, we're only going to use one of them. A little bit inefficient to use these 3 chips. We're not using all 6 of these. We're not using all 4 of these. We're not using all 4 of these, but it should work. And one thing we could do is we could redraw this using
Well, I could say
different heights.
possibilities about the
For
SCP
example,
orientations,
all NAND
computer
gates, all
SCPs
NOR
about
gates,
this thing being
any
bolted to the rock right
logic
now, or
circuit
this one
can
being
be
bolted to
represented
this one.
entirely in NAND gates, or it could be represented entirely in NOR gates. Those are called universal gates.
Well, that's
Just as an
mine.
example, I drew up an equivalent circuit here using just NAND gates. And so these are the same inputs. We've got our A-stable pulse.
100% what they're about to ask is some dumb question about why is there zero cut coefficients during the day, but you get away with not writing numbers because I fucking rewrote this is why.
We're working on that. There's a lot not.
The nice thing about this is that
finding
by
out
using all NAND gates, it looks like we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 gates, total 7 NAND gates, and so the 74.
No, that was early phase too. You give me, I got 6 months left on bar, minimum safe for flight record.
And so normally, this would be
You burnt a lot of that inside of you.
right? We're using fewer parts, so it's going to take up less space, it's going to take less power, and everything else. But, we're not building, we're definitely not trying to optimize for the smallest computer possible here. And I think this circuit is easier to understand, it's going to be easier to troubleshoot. We're not trying to save space, we're not trying to save power. The cost of an extra chip is, less than it's a 50 cents or something, I don't know, whatever these chips cost. And so it's not a big deal. So I'm gonna use these just because I think this circuit's easier to understand. But if you want to experiment with something else, you can. And actually, if you want to try to come up with a better circuit here, I
think
didn't
unusual
spend a whole lot of time on
circumstances
this,
means
I got
complicated
it down to 7
taxes.
gates.
But for a TurboTax
maybe
Live
you can do
expert
better.
like me, it just makes things
Something to
interesting.
think about.
So, give us a...
Okay, so I wired it all up here. So we've got our
Bang.
74LS04,
Doom slayer.
our 74LS08, and our 74LS32 all hooked up here. And you can see I hooked up the power pin to pin 14 and the ground to pin 8 or pin 7 for all of these. And that's how
You know what's
they
cool
all
about
are.
that?
Look at the data sheet for 74LS04.
Check this
for
shit out,
example.
right? You can go buy them.
Power pin 14, ground with pin 7.
He set it all up for you, did a video, amazing.
And then the same thing for our AND gate. This is the
Give you all those things, all these things, one of them things, tell you how they hook up, show you how he does it.
power and ground, and then it's got the 3 AND gates, or excuse me, the 4 AND gates. We're only using 3 of them on there.
And our unemployment rate dropped
So if we
nearly
kind of follow this through just
Patent.
to make sure it all
Grade
looks
A.
right,
No mistake
the
about
output of our
Like
select here,
any
so when we
measure,
push our
the
select
United
button,
States economy is
that
strong.
output, of course, is on pin 3.
Fact is,
That's connecting
car
to
prices
our
are
input of our
currently
inverter.
This is
driving
that.
a
You remember
third
that
It's also jumpered over here to
Zuckerberg's
the
Medi-Cal?
one of our AND
And
gates.
I
we
keep
don't have enough
talking
chips.
about at the table.
So that
Last
looks
year,
right. Select is
automakers
going to our inverter
made
and
nearly
one of our
8
AND gates.
million fewer
The other
cars
input
than
of
they
that AND
could have
gate should be
because
our
Algorithm.
stable pulse.
semiconductor chip
And so
shortage.
indeed,